you have scouted the village of Lupford, found the activities of a nightmarish cult, discovered murders and violence, and inspired a small group of locals to raise up arms to rise up.
Yes. From Londinium to Lagundum, from Lupford to Athens, let the slavers fall.
There you go. And there is a spark of hope in this village of darkness. And so you've gathered a number of people outside of the abandoned smithy. Your new sort of wolf toothed adherents, Alfred, and the young woman who had attacked you before, who says her name is Lioba. Yeah. In addition, with the small gathered group, an older woman that Catti recognizes as having been in front of the town hall working with the goats has joined. She introduces herself as Miltruda, and she begins to see to your wounds as you all work amongst yourselves. She's brought some water and bandages and is cleaning and stitching.
Does that mean we can take away these truths of scratches and bruises?
Maybe. So first, of course, the scene ends, and so we would drain one momentum, but you did end up spending all of it, and so we're at 0 and we don't lose any. And Miltruda begins to minister to everybody. And at this point, because there's enough people and a little bit of time has passed, the scrapes and bruises, I'm going to say, are going to go away. But the big head gash is something that actually needs to be rolled for, so Miltruda's going to do that.
I will hold still and not put my hands on my knives.
Really strongly, like, they're out here.
Do your best.
Look at them.
So, Miltruda is able to treat everybody's injuries and is just enough to also treat the head gash for Catti. And so all of you can mark those injuries as treated, which means they're downgraded. They still count as injuries for if you are defeated. But they are no longer increasing difficulties or complication ranges if they were to come into play.
Yeah, I straight up erased them.
Was scrapes and bruises an injury or just a truth?
You said it was
an
a truth.
injury.
Oh, it was an injury.
Sorry, it was an injury.
That's less good.
Yeah, because injuries are a type of truth, but I didn't say that clearly enough. Yes, they were an injury.
Okay.
So we put it's resolved?
It is now treated, which means it's not
scarred over.
Yeah, it's not actively, like, you could call it bandaged up now as an injury, and then after about a week of recovery time, it just goes away completely.
Bruises
What
don't
was
go
the-
away in a week.
What was the difficulty to treat? Can you treat your own wounds? Is that a thing?
You can. It increases the difficulty by 1.
And what is the difficulty of it?
Difficulty is 2.
Normally.
Gross.
Can Hatay, is that how you say her name? I want to call her Hattie.
It's Catti.
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 Yes.
Oh, with a Z?
Catti.
Oh, that was with an H. Catti. Oh no, that's your name. I meant my wolf.
Is Hattie.
Oh, Hattie.
Catti.
Yes, Hattie.
Hattie.
So Hattie.
Scully and Hattie.
Catti.
Hattie? If she licks my wounds, will they go away? Is she magic?
Nope.
No.
You'll get real sick.
Her mouth house cleaner than mine.
That's not true.
I mean, it's Roman times. It might be true.
No, dogs can digest all kinds of things that we can't.
Yeah. And they tend to eat stuff that isn't the best, and it gets stuck in their mouth holes.
Yeah, we probably do that. It's Roman times. I don't think there's much dental hygiene.
I have a silk handkerchief, and I just wipe the sweat from my brow.
That's like completely unrelated. He just wants to mention that.
So while your injuries are being treated, I assume that you share the information amongst yourselves that you've all gathered. What does everybody say?
There are creatures bringing foul misery in the depths of night to people's slumber. Birds of ill omen that lurk over the sleeping people.
That's probably because they killed their local druid, witch,
I think they
mage caster.
precede the murder, if there. I think this is what drives them to their violent ends.
Fair.
Also, there is one who commands folk in the manor house. She's what you might call a muscle mommy.
There can only be one.
I figured she was saved for you.
So we light
Jen.
the manor house on fire?
Jen, could I get you to roll a Reason Academia? Occultism would apply. And
How about
because... Sorry?
Would religion apply?
Religion would not, only occultism. Your difficulty for this is reduced because you are Germanic. So the difficulty is only 1.
I got to 1 success.
All right, I am sending something in the WhatsApp.
Secrets.
I'm in that.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna delete it from everybody.
Nobody look, nobody
so
look,
that
nobody look, don't look, don't
only
look.
Jen gets it.
I was trying real
My
hard to read it.
secrets.
I got like 1 sentence in.
There you go, Jen. It's only to you now.
Thank you. Jen's secret.
Sacrats. Like she's not going to tell us in 3 seconds.
Cool. Okay. I think these might be Druiden. Druiden. Wild spirits born from the oily seas of the dreamlands. Can't do accents.
That was great. You got it.
I loved
you
it.
got it.
Let's go. Wild spirits. I'm sorry, Modiphius.
You're
Please
just
don't
giggling.
fire me.
Don't fire me.
It's too late
Well-
for that.
Yeah. Wild spirits born from the oily seas of the dreamlands near the shores of Oriab?
Whatever you like.
Oriab. Each hungry to feast on the fears of mortals, these ghostly apparitions, ghosts, can possess those who are sleeping and control them. Their victims watching their deeds in a nightmare that does not end when they wake. So they're like in their subconscious watching their bodies do stuff? That's awful.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll
so-
kill them for that.
We'll free them with death.
Free them into the afterlife.
As Catti mentions burning the building down, Leoba says, in one of my dreams, I saw a darkened staircase leading downwards to a thick door. Tunnels beneath the manor. Something stirs down there, and every time I step towards it, I just want to run, but I take another step forward.
Can I fang her?
You already did.
Oh, okay.
This is the young woman who attacked your caravan and asked for
I thought it was
deliverance
the
from
old
you.
lady who was healing us.
No, Miltruda is just like no nonsense, being like, yes, well, you've gotten some dirt in this one.
If you could give us the nanny poo poo voice, that'd be great.
Oh my god, I have to dig back into my brain. Okay, nanny poo poo. I'm happy to help you.
That's a gift. Thank you for that. Oh, my eyes are watering.
She was a lady that was helping them in Tomb of Annihilation.
Boo.
She seemed great. I don't know. We died about 10 seconds later, so there's no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't burn it down.
Well,
we have to.
we
I assume. Well, go
do
into
not
this
wish-
tunnel.
To be under burning building.
Oh, okay. Will you wait for it to stop burning before you go underneath it? Or
Perdix.
We also assume
we
we're
sneak
not.
in there.
There are many people who I saw who were not swayed by whatever it is that holds these people innocent.
I want to
Okay.
hear the wisdom of Perdix. He's shown great wisdom.
I wonder if there's another access somewhere. Like, so we think the tunnels are underneath the Gislin farmstead.
Maybe in the barn.
And Miltruda will say, those Gislin brothers, they have turned to darkness. It's a terrible business.
What if we make the villagers distract them? Sneak around back.
Yeah, Arnulf, you said that there were people trapped in there?
These ones who hold sway over the town seem to have them cowed and at their whim.
So no burning down the building.
No.
Burn down other buildings.
The building was on fire, and it's definitely your fault.
'Cause,
I
yeah,
know.
I mean, we could stoke the forge and give everybody some hot coals and start vandalizing to create chaos. and then
Slap
we could
the anvil behind you.
Just get them
Yeah.
to start their revolution, and then that's
Well, we
pretty
don't want to
distracting.
burn down people's houses.
Yeah, I guess we want them to have like
They want if we're going to
opportunity after.
you burn down the fort,
Well,
which
there are.
in this case is the manor house. But since there are people in there that we need to
Yeah, no, I
rescue,
don't want to hurt innocent people.
we
Yeah.
need to go in there and rescue them and kill all of their captors.
That does remind me, because of the excellent work that Brunnhilde and Perdix have been doing to galvanize the town, both Jen and Justin receive a non-refreshing fortune point.
Nice. Thank you. I'll take it. Is that the only benefit that we get from it? Like, does the truth, Lupford, and rebellion add
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else to the situation? Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
full-on
there's a
truth.
problem, right?
Yeah.
For the
Yeah, the full-on truth is it's creating an atmosphere where you can say, let's have these villagers march on the manor. Like, here's your pitchfork, here's your torch.
Just lining them up.
If you had your hand up, what was your question?
Well, there are many people from this place that don't seem to be in their homes. I have to imagine that they've lost some people. There's probably homes we could set ablaze as a distraction.
I also
Or should we
have
just march on the house? Should we just take the riot to them?
I was going to say, I think it might be a wild idea, but what if we don't set anything on fire and just have a riot?
Well, let's start
Also
a
very
riot.
effective,
A riot.
particularly if
Oh,
you
I
want
was
to
singing it
sneak in behind
Yeah.
someone.
Sorry, what was that?
Let's start a riot. A riot.
Go, Nicole.
Is that 3 Days Grace?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely do a riot, and then we can slip on into the manor and go into the basement and find the tunnels and kill whatever strange, unnatural creature is there.
Okay. So can we go into the smithy and pull out whatever half-decent weapon has been forged and hand it out to whoever's with us? And
Yeah, let's say that you smithy, you can find a couple of spears, you can find a couple of staves. Yes, Jeff.
Brunnhilde?
This is a hammer.
Can I bless them before we hand out the weapons? In like a show to be like,
Yeah,
sure.
let's pull out that new gravitas attribute.
An academia religion?
Yes. Yep. If you're going more sermony, then it's religion. If you're going more inspirational, it could be persuasion. But yeah, go ahead. Let's call it a difficulty. Let's call it a difficulty 2, because there's still a fair amount of resistance, but it's reduced by Lupford in Rebellion.
Fortune points come and fortune points go. Set preset 1 to a swiggle face.
All right.
I succeed. Ooh, I get
Epic
4
roll
successes.
Ooh,
Wow.
total.
Because I rolled a 3, and religion is my focus, and my academia is 3.
Okay. So yeah, you get 4 successes, which means you generate 2 momentum for the pool.
Get that pool filled back up. We're going to need it.
Yep.
I spend it immediately.
On.
Making the truth that the weapons are better.
They're magic.
I don't.
They
I
shoot
don't.
lightning.
I know.
Well, what that action was definitely a create a truth. And so you can say we have Lupford in rebellion, and then we also have
Hardy
you know,
weapons.
Hardy weapon. Well, I thought you were doing like an oration.
Yeah, that's true. It's more to just inspire them.
Yeah.
The cult of the she-wolf rises.
It's not
Sounds
a cult,
good.
it's a religion.
Okay.
I've
learned
rising.
I've learned in certain Tolis-based games that there is very little difference between a religion and a cult.
I mean, you could learn that from life.
it's all about real estate.
You're not wrong.
It's a matter of real estate.
So as night fully falls and the rain begins to get heavy in the village, do you begin your march? And sorry, Justin, what were you going to say?
I just would like to offer one last thing to Arnulf. I have... it's just a dose. Never mind. I have a dose of poison, but I don't think I can... I was thinking we could spike your arrows with some poison, but it's just a dose, so maybe I should save it for a more targeted strike.
I mean, milder poison spread out over a bunch of arrows is still good, as opposed to trying to put it in someone's food.
Yeah, I don't think that opportunity is going to present itself.
Yeah.
We're gonna start the revolution with a song.
Is it Rise Up? Is that
It's
the
the music of a people who
Yeah,
will not
Will
be
not
slaves
be
again.
slaves again. When the beating of the
your
drums
heart
match-
matches the heart matches the
Oh, sorry,
beating
heart
of the
first, then
drums.
drums. Yeah.
It's Les Mis, okay? It's
I
not
know.
Hamilton.
It's
When tomorrow comes.
that one I knew from popular culture.
Yay!
And
Nothing
not
else.
Hamilton? From popular
Well,
culture?
do you know what I get Hamilton from? Your wife.
Fair. This is fair.
Yeah. She smashed it
Alright.
into my face after sitting next to me for years.
Describe
to
the
Haiti
scene.
towns.
How does this start? What is happening?
Just to backtrack to the can I poison arrows topic. Is that a thing?
Let's quickly look up poison, because you wonder, does it become something like a salvo where you get 3 uses on a melee weapon?
Ooh. Is there poison rules? There's got to be poison rules.
I mean, I'm going to go into the equipment and just check. Why don't you all discuss what you want your plan to be?
I'm
The
ready to
map.
follow whoever's got a good plan.
Alright, we're at E, and it's raining, so I don't want us getting bogged down cutting through fields, because if the fields have been tilled, I think we'll get stuck. So, we could either come up the main street, kind of to the left, and then up that way. I don't see really a better way than that.
I mean, that seems pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, and then there's plenty of tree cover on either side for our sneakier fighters to work with.
I have the
Is
answer on
it-
poison.
Oh, what's the poison answer?
If a dose of poison is applied to a weapon or piece of ammunition, for the remainder of the scene, the weapon deals +2 challenge dice and gains persistent 3.
Wow, that's really nice.
So I could dose my ammo for a scene?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, because it says 2 ammunition, the weapon gets it. So the assumption is 1 dose of poison is going to dose enough arrows for that scene, and realistically, that's like 3 to 4 arrows, because you don't get that many turns in a combat scene.
It's true.
Okay, so we could do your arrows or Catti's knife. Because the knife would continuously. I guess either way, it's gonna
It's one
amount.
It's going to
to-
be for a scene.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
amount
it's
to
one
3 to
scene.
4 attacks.
It's
Okay.
gamified rather than full logic.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, who wants it?
Let's have Arnulf take it,
Arnulf.
because I think I'm going to probably, once everyone's distracted, slip in there and see about the big scary door.
Okay.
Instantly killed.
All right. So I offer Arnulf my dose, and we.
Could happen.
Very good.
Now,
That
Catti,
looks
did
real
you-
bad when I do this hand motion.
Nicole, did you have an idea too for what we should do?
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, once we have the majority of the cultists engaged by the villagers, we should head for that basement.
I
Agree.
agree. I was wondering if we should be like in the back.
Oh, there are meat shields. Yeah. Let us shepherd them forth.
Yeah, they lead the way, and we'll see if we can sneak up.
I mean, everybody here is already really angry and upset and tired. We just need to, like, direct them at each other.
And so as you begin to rouse this group of villagers and move them forward, they go, like, as Justin pointed out, they don't trudge directly across the fields. They go up the road and turn towards the Gislin Manor. They walk down this tree-covered path, holding torches as the water, as the rain is dripping off the trees and onto them. They begin to shout and grow in anger. Their numbers swell just a little bit. You don't have a lot of them, but there is a fury here that you have woken.
Gore the Gislins. Gore the Gislins. Gore the Gislins.
Gotta have a chance. Gotta have a chance.
Give us back our dreams. Give us back our dreams.
Perdix is good at this.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's stoked. This is not the first rebellion he's stoked and then walked away from.
And you hear a cry of alarm from these roaming guards, and you're able to see the front doors of the manor house burst open, and this tall, powerfully built woman steps forward, and she looks a little amused, and she turns back and she starts waving for people to come out, and a sort of like swaying, inebriated group of cultists in robes of like various amounts of disarray come forward and begin to face off as the villagers are shouting at them. What
Look
do
at
the four
them.
of you do?
They're drunk on the barley that you should have reaped for yourselves. Look at them sway. We need only to tip them over now. Forth.
Can we
All
sneak
right.
away now?
Yeah, and like with Perdix's shouting, they charge. And the cultists are taken aback for a moment, and then,
Wait a second, what?
and then start pulling their weapons up, and a battle is joined. There's no need to stealth at this point. They're fully engaged and distracted. Where do you go to? Do you head to the barn? Do you head to the back of the manor house where
Well,
Arnulf had seen a
Leota-
smaller door?
Leota said that she had dreams about tunnels under the manor.
That's correct.
Go for the manor.
I do know where I saw a room, possibly where it could be. There was a sleeping area with a side area off to it. That
Could be.
possibly, maybe a tunnel.
That's
And
great.
just to check in, we have
Ooh.
2 momentum in the pool and 8 threat.
New map. New map.
We got to a new map. This is where we die.
Okay, I want to
All
go in
right.
the back crack of the manor that's back there.
The
Butt
back
crack
crack of the manor.
The back. You know, see the back where the ground's cracked?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you head around the western side of the manor, darting from tree to tree as the cultists and the villagers slam into each other with fury. You come up to the back of the manor house, and there is a small door to a kitchen, which you can go ahead and open.
Let's go.
Let's see. It is filthy and crude. The kitchen has a sizable hearth and multiple counter and table surfaces. There's an array of platters, cooking implements, and food-related supplies that hang from hooks around the walls. And cuts of meat, butchered and prepared, ready to be cooked or smoked. There is a pantry that connects through to the main hall, and you can see a villager cowering beneath the table as you enter. In the left-hand corner, as you're facing inward, so southeast, there is a set of stairs that lead down to what appears to be a cellar.
I'm gonna
Perdix looks
the
at the
cowering.
meat and notes that there's not a tenderloin to be seen.
Ugh. These cuts are far inferior.
I've got, at this point, there's fighting going on, so I've got a dagger in each hand, and I just kind of gesture at the villager, and I kind of, like, tip my head towards the door, and I'm like, get out.
And he, kind of slides along the wall and then runs.
I stop him as he's just about to head out, and reach on the counter and put a knife in his hand and curl it around and
Join your brothers.
Yeah.
They fight for you.
go stab a guy.
Wait. Are these the bad stairs person?
He's, they're the stairs below. What, bad stairs?
That go to tunnels?
Yes, they go to Gislin's tunnels.
Alright.
Go kill a guy.
Be gone.
And it just
Not the
runs
guy
off.
with the fangs.
Yes.
All right. And do you head below?
You betcha.
Okay.
On the
I'll
way,
go
I
first.
snag a big piece of meat and start wrapping it in some leathers.
Do y'all want me to go first? Be a meaty shield?
Yes,
Ooh,
please.
yeah. Marching order. What's the order?
Me?
I will be right. Yeah, you probably should go. Do you want to go next?
I was just gonna say I was probably gonna skulk behind at the back.
Okay.
But
Then I'll tag behind my sister.
Okay, so then I'll be third from the front, and because Catti's at the back. Okay.
You're nice
Perfect.
You're nice and squished in the middle.
All right.
I'll draw my Pugio